I went to sleep early yesterday, but when I woke up, I saw that the Knicks going to the finals, and a word came to me. I was just thinking about how people think that the game is won on the court. That's true. But before you even enter the court, the game is won in the locker room, because in that locker room, it has to be an atmosphere, a winning atmosphere. Everybody has to depend on each other. And at the end of the game, of the Conference Finals, there's going to be one MVP. One person that gets the MVP award. And here's the thing. If the team as a whole all want the MVP, you're probably going to lose the game. You're probably going to lose the series if everybody's goal is to win the most valuable player, because it can only be one. But when you have the team concept and you understand that there can be only one MVP, but we win as a team, you're going to go far. So that's why the locker room is so important, because before you even step foot on the court, you have to have a winning atmosphere. I'm saying that because I had to do a deep dive in my life. I just released my third book, just released it yesterday. And here's the thing. I shared it on Facebook because this is people that really know me. And I think I got like one share from my homeboy. One share. But over here on TikTok, it was way more traction. Now, here's the thing. I could take that and be like, see, these people, bro, like the people that really know me, like I'm not asking for much. But here's the thing. A lot of people deal with their reality and they miss out on the possibilities, because I released 3. So after the first one, you might be like, you know what? My reality is I feel like I don't have the support from the people that say that they love me, from the people that I do the most for. That can be a reality, but I deal in possibility. God is involved in my possibility. And this is when you know that you're going in the right direction, because when you understand that God has got to be in anything, God will place you in rooms. He will place you in positions that the right people are there for you. I could take the thing of, man, see, this is why, or I could be like, you know what? In my mind, it's possible for me to be a best-selling author. That's my possibility. My reality right now is I'm not a best-selling author, but I deal in possibility. And that's why it is so important that you have a team that y'all all are on one accord. It is important that your locker room already has a winning atmosphere. You see, a lot of times people will, you can tell someone, y'all pray for me. I'm up for this position at the job. Y'all pray for me. And people will say, hey, we praying for you. Hey, we praying for you. You in my prayers. Then you get the job. Man, I'm so happy. But then you start elevating in that job. Like next thing you know, they look up and you almost see, all of a sudden they want to subtract them prayers. They want to subtract them prayers because they will say that they praying for you. To you, seem like you're getting an abundance, like you're getting all of this stuff. And then they start being like, well, let me stop praying for you, because you have exceeded my prayer for you. You asked me just to pray for you to get that job. I ain't know you was about to be doing all of this, that, and the other, because see, so many people focus on the quantity, not the quality. It's kind of like this. When my kids were younger, getting them Christmas presents when they were younger, you can get them $100 worth of small stuff. So under the Christmas tree, there's a whole bunch of boxes, but you only paid $100, because for them, it was the quantity. But as they start growing up, they start saying, okay, I don't want just a bunch of stuff. I want one big thing, because now they start valuing the quality. So now that $100, you might get one thing, but you start focusing on the quality of it. So that when you comparing yourself in blessings, you look at someone and you say, man, they didn't got a new car. Man, they didn't got a raise. Man, look at their house. Their house is good. Man, they got this, that, and the other, right? And you diminish the mere fact that you wake up and you have peace. But you start having less and less of peace because you start focusing on what they got. And then when you don't have a team, when you don't have a team around you, you really start messing up. Because what starts happening is when life starts throwing you curveballs, we have a tendency to run to certain people. Now, here's the problem. You should have a team that you can go to with issues, but you always got to put God first. Because what starts happening is you run to a person and they give you some good advice and it works 2 times, 3 times. All of a sudden, you have X God out of the situation and that person becomes your savior. See, anybody out there knows when they send me an inbox, I always respond. It can just be a simple question or what do you think about this, that, and other? I always respond, but I always make sure that I always include God in it. I'm always like, hey, listen, this is something that I've learned. Like, this is something because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cultivate me a team of like-minded individuals that all of us, our goal is to win a championship. When Michael Jordan was in the league scoring 60 points, he was not winning. When he got Scottie Pippen and the proper pieces were put around him, then he went on a streak like no other. But people forget that there was a time he was in the league that he was not winning. There was a time in the league. But once he got the proper people around him, yes, Michael Jordan to some is the greatest of all time. But that's his accolade. But if you ask him, he will let you know that he did not experience championship basketball until he got the proper people around him. And that's why it is so important who you choose to do life with. Like I said, I put out the book yesterday. Don't you come ask me what I think about Drake's album, and I ain't even seen you share something that I did and you know me in real life. Don't come telling me about the shot was so good and I ask you, hey, well, did you share it or whatever? Because you might not be interested in it, but somebody on your timeline might be interested in it. And then you got every excuse for me. I'm not complaining because I believe that God addition is by subtraction. I don't have to make an announcement that I ain't messing with you no more in real life. I don't have to make an announcement. You will know. Like you will know because what you have to understand is that I believe that when God has his hand on someone, instead of thinking that you can stop the blessing, you should want to get close to the blessing. Anytime that I see people doing well and they are of good moral standing, I try my best to get next to them because what you don't need and that cup start overflowing, let me get a little drop of it. I cannot hate for what God is doing for someone else because here's the thing, and I'm going to get out your space. Here's the thing. We think that because God is blessing this person 10 times, he ain't got room to bless you. Because like I said, quality and quantity is two different things. God might have delivered this person from 10 different ailments and he delivered you from one. Now this person might got the house, the cars, the, you know what I'm saying, the jewelry, this, that, and the other. And God has given you a sense of understanding. That is 10 things, but God blessed you with one. So when I say I want it all, that should not make you think that I think I'm all that, because when I say I want it all, I want all what God has for me, not for you. See, I'm not in competition with anybody else, and that's how you should feel. I'm not trying to get what God got for you, but I want all what God has for me. And in order to achieve those type of goals, you got to have the right team around you. Before you even step on the court, I remember, and I'm going to get out your space. I remember back when I was in junior high, and we were playing a really good team. And I remember the coach, before we went out there, he gave us a pep talk. And this is what he said. They're going to be faster. They're going to be stronger. They're more skilled. But we're going to go out there and give it the best. Man, we looked at each other like, what? Like, we were already defeated before we stepped on the court because of what the coach told us. So just remember that. If you are surrounded by people that try to diminish your light, if you are surrounded by people that do not support what you're trying to do, you ain't got to make an announcement. Just bow out gracefully. Y'all have a blessed day.